All right, we got a new segment for you here on First at 4. It's called You Auto Know, featuring Harrell Automotive. We're going to welcome in our final guest today, Michael Harrell, president of Harrell Automotive. Welcome. We're so excited for this collaboration.
I am as well.
Yeah. I don't know, especially as, I will speak for myself and just say, as a woman, we always have a lot of questions about
absolutely.
automotive care, and we're never quite sure, you know, if we're being taken. I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
And so I think this is going to be really helpful to a lot of our viewers.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. That knowledge is power.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your business. Relatively new to the area, right? Or expanded?
No. So we've been operating since 2009 as Harrell Automotive. In 2020, we moved to our current location, which is on Peninsula Drive.
Yeah, beautiful location.
Yeah, but 09 is when we first started.
Okay.
I'm a tenured dealer technician myself as far as my career. I wanted to do things differently than the dealerships that I worked at.
Okay. What did you notice as the one thing that you didn't like that you wanted to change and do differently?
The relationships that are built both in the business and then outward to the people that we do business with.
Mm-hmm. And I've heard so much that people say going into your place, it doesn't seem like you think body shop, you think greasy, dirty. You're not getting that over at your place, and it's a beautiful location.
Correct. We're very clean. We love that image that we present, and we work really hard to keep it as well. And having that clean work environment gives a much better product to the end user.
I think some people might have the misnotion that if they have a newer vehicle, they need to have less maintenance and less done to it. Would you agree with that or disagree?
In some areas, yes. In some areas, no. Newer vehicles do require maintenance, but it is different maintenance than we've had to have done in the past.
With the
so
older
it's just
vehicles.
changing the way that we look at maintenance.
Yeah.
And what's great about this new segment is we're going to be taking your questions.
Yeah.
So if you have a question that you don't know who to take it to, or maybe you're not comfortable taking it to the folks that you go to now, this is where we're going to do it. So let's get into our first question.
Got a couple, If we put that full screen up for us. We had the first question today. I want to put 2 snow tires on my car, but the shop would only install 4. Am I being taken? That's from Dave L. in Erie.
You know, you had mentioned, am I being taken, as a question that you ask a lot. When I think about snow tires on a car, 2 things come to mind. The first one is safety. That's the most important subject that we should talk about and focus on. When we put 2 snow tires on a vehicle, we're losing available traction on the tires, on the axle that we don't put the snow tires on. So just as a general blanket statement, no, you don't want to put 2 snow tires on your car. You want to put all 4. And the reason being is if we are coming into a panic stop in inclement weather and we have 2 snow tires on the back of our car, right? We lose steering ability and we lose the braking ability from the front, which can cause a loss of control.
Yeah.
And if we were to do the opposite and put the snow tires on the front of the vehicle and have just all seasons on the back, going into a corner, the rear of a vehicle will tend to want to become the front of our vehicle in that turn, right? And that's never a good situation.
And when should we start thinking about switching to those snow tires?
In about a month here.
Okay.
We are in Erie. There is specific times when we can have studded snows on. Typically we want to go November 15th to just about tax time.
And try not to do it last minute because everybody does, right? Yeah,
You're not
everybody
kidding.
does. Yeah.
It is that last minute. It's going to snow tomorrow and I need to get my
I need to
tires
get
done.
tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get to our second question. The second question was just as great, I think. With the cost of gasoline being so high, is it okay to save money and buy a lower grade? That's coming in from Dan T.
With fuel, we look at 3 different grades that we always have when we go to the pump. Usually we have regular unleaded, which is that lower line, which is generally about 87 octane. Then we have a mid-grade, 89, and then a high test, right? That's that premium fuel. Your vehicle is designed to run on one of those 3 fuels and run really well on that specific fuel. By changing that, by going down in octane or up in octane, you're not going to get any benefits, but you can decrease your fuel economy, you can decrease your engine power, and increase the wear and tear on your vehicle by not using the proper octane. So while it is tempting to save a couple dollars when fuel gets very pricey, we certainly want to do what the manufacturer recommends and run what is on the back of your fuel door.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Good advice.
Get that final graphic up there because this is how you can send in your questions. ask@youautoknow.com. Send your questions there, and we're going to use them next week.
Yeah. We'll see Michael every week right here on First at 4. Michael, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.